Good morning, Miss Hawkins. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On March 6th, 2025, at approximately 10:29 p.m., the officer observed a vehicle driving with expired registration as of March 2021. A traffic stop was initiated. However, the vehicle continued to travel down the feeder road until it turned and pulled onto the wrong side of a two-way road and parked facing northbound in the southbound side of the roadway. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle, and observed the defendant to have bloodshot eyes, droopy eyelids, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant admitted to drinking 1.5 alcoholic beverages, and the defendant stated she was buzzed but not drunk. An inventory search of the vehicle was conducted, and the officer found a large plastic cup that was 1/4 full of alcoholic beverage that smelled of tequila in the center console cup holder. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and refused to provide a specimen. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Are you telling me that she has alcohol in the car while she's driving?
She had a cup of alcohol.
Ms. Hawkins, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I am now placing several conditions on your bond. If I find that you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds, ma'am. You're not allowed to drive. I'm taking away your privilege to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. This is an affidavit that you're going to promise to me that you're not going to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, ma'am.
Judge, is that standard for driving?
She has alcohol in the car while she's driving. And so I would presume that it's elementary that you're not to have alcohol in the car while you're driving. It scares me, and I just don't want her driving for now.
Understood. But
We can approach at a later date, but
I'm concerned because for her employment, she can't get to and from work, and we can't get an occupational license or something like this. It's a condition of the court. I don't think we have any opposition to putting an lock in the vehicle so that she's not able to drink and then drive. But it just seems like no driving at all seems a bit harsh for a first offense. We don't even know what the blood is at this point.
get it. But she has alcohol allegedly in the car while she's driving. One would presume that that's a humongous no-no, and I want her to appreciate the privilege it is to drive. It's not a right. It's not a right. It's an absolute privilege.
Judge, if I may, what would be the conditions under which she's able to come back and get permission from the court? At what time frame?
I need to know that she understands and appreciates the privilege, be proactive. It's not forever, Aaron, but I want her to understand that it's a privilege, it's not a right, and it's something that people should take very seriously.
Did alcohol?
I don't want you to talk here now in front of him. You guys at a later date can come back. I'm always all ears. It's not
For
absolute.
Greg's purposes, since he's going to be the one representing her, what is a later date? Addressing the issue? I mean,
Be creative, be proactive. I want to know that she appreciates it, and I'm all ears, but it's something that I've seen more and more, where there's alcohol in the car. And I would presume that you would know, especially at this age that,
well, to be fair, Judge, the allegation is that she violated the law. The presumption is that you would know not to violate the law, period. I personally don't think that the fact that there is possible alcohol in the car, I don't think it's been tested, but it just seems like no driving at all seems like a harsh penalty for someone who's never been arrested before, no criminal history. These are allegations. There's a blood draw pending. According to the DIM summary, she had 1.5 drinks. It's certainly possible her alcohol level comes back below the legal limit. And if that takes 90 days to get those lab results and come back and get this taken care of, she's not driving for 90 days.
I'm not saying that long, Aaron. I just want some kind of proactivity that I know that she appreciates. Come back and,
And this is
Hey,
for Greg's purposes, so I can convey this to Greg. What's proactivity to the court?
just be creative.
Okay.
Be creative. And, you know, several weeks, come back and we can talk. But it's a privilege. It's not a right. And it's something that we take very seriously. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. Every single day. And we need to ensure that it's taken seriously. You know, I'm not asking for much. And once we know that there's appreciation, then let's talk again. Like I said, it's not long, Aaron, you know, but I need to know. Now, well, because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You do not need to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with counsel and they will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. Do not pick up any new cases. Don't consume anything illegal or any kind of alcohol, and we'll be fine. You've got a great lawyer. Listen to them. They'll take care of you. I'll have you come up here, swear test. You're not going to drive for now. We'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then you're free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks. You are Catherine Rodriguez.
Yes, sir.
You were charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're going to reduce this to a first offender DWI education class. You need to understand that this still makes 2 DWIs that are on your record. What happens on the next one? No. Prison. A minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years in prison is what you will be facing if you ever pick up another DWI. And you don't have to be stumbling, passed out drunk for an officer to charge you with a felony offense. All you need is to get into a car, the faintest smell of alcohol, anything funky in the car, they're going to run your record, they're going to see this, and then you're going to be facing a crap load of the time. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement today. What you were doing is you were pleading guilty to this DWI. It is a 12-month Harris County jail sentence to be probated for 15 months. You will do a repeat offender DWI education class, 2 victim impact panels. You will do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. No breath test refusal, meaning that if you were pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. If you don't, you're in violation. And if you violate this probation, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, sir.
You're looking at an entire year in jail. Do you understand? No drugs, alcohol, guardian interlock, 25 hours of community service. Was there an accident in this thing? You know, you are allowed to make mistakes in life, but when you make mistakes and you endanger other people's lives on a repeated basis, the cost is big, and this is going to cost you big now. There is now a supervisory fee that you will be required to pay, and if you don't pay it, every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. There is a actually it's reduced to first, right? Is it true or untrue that it's a 0.15 or above?
That's true.
Okay, I'm going to find that that's true. Now, there is a $4,500 surcharge that you will be required to pay. Somehow we have to get your attention that this is unacceptable. And if it doesn't get paid, 1 day in jail for every $100 that you owe. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Can I pay it over time? I'm currently not.
Of course.
Okay.
Absolutely. We will give
Only
you,
laid off.
I'll give you 2 years to pay. If you need more time than that, I'm absolutely willing to do whatever you need to do. But somehow we have to get your attention. And I'm going to tell you now also, if I find that you consume alcohol while you're on this probation, it's very possible you may be required to do inpatient treatment. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I filed a motion requesting the orders to be, the supervisory fees, mandatory fees be waived. I believe if you question Ms. Rodriguez, you'll find that she may be qualified to be indigent, Your Honor.
I normally do Joaquin on first all day, but on a second, we need to get their attention. You're bypassing a mandatory week in jail that you should normally be doing because they're reducing this to a first. So it's essentially a slap on the wrist, no jail time. We have to somehow get your attention. And usually the way that works is you got to hit them where it hurts, where it's either jail time or it's in the pocketbook. Somehow we have to get your attention. It's unacceptable. What I'm trying to do is prevent you from picking up yet another DWI because you're what, 42 years old, 35 years old? You're going to be driving for the next 30 years. The law never forgets. And the problem is you will, because 10 years, 12 years, 13 years, time heals all wounds. But the law doesn't forget. And if you run into a situation where there's something catastrophic that happens in your life and you go, you know what, I'm just going to go out for a drink. You get pulled over. We need you to remember this for the rest of your life. Somehow we need to get that to happen. And I'm hoping that this is it. We can put on a longer payment plan if needed, Joaquin. So, you
That
know,
would be appreciated, Judge.
I mean, we can do 3 years. We can do as much as we want, but I wanted to get her attention.
Yes,
right?
sir. And I also wanted to ask the court about since now she's going on probation, can she get the scram and the?
Absolutely. But first she needs now I am going to suspend your license because it's a second offense. I'm going to suspend it for a year. You will need a portable device. Once you get that portable device, we will take the ankle monitor off. So she needs a guardian interlock
Yes, sir.
for
I have
the life of
already
this
have.
probation.
Yes,
You
sir.
have a where?
An interlock?
In your car?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'm gonna end up suspending it now. So once you get a portable device, I'll take the thing off your ankle.
Okay, so why is the court suspending her license, Your Honor?
Because it's a DWI second.
Even though she's pleading to a first?
And it gets suspended regardless.
The ALR.
It's a DWI, she's doing a multiple DWI education class. DPS is gonna suspend her license regardless.
So you want her to get the interlock, the portable, then she can get the scram
I mean,
removed?
I get you on the ALR hearing, but the way DPS works is, from my experience, when you do multiple DWI education classes, they end up suspending your license regardless. So you need to be on the lookout for that. So,
Well,
you know-
Your Honor, we're filing an occupational petition here soon. We're gonna ask the court to allow her to drive. She needs to
You do it for a
get a
living,
job, Your Honor.
I'm a data analyst, but I recently got laid off in January. So I'm trying to find a job that's making it a little bit difficult with the ankle monitors to,
all right, I won't suspend the license then.
Thank you, Judge.
thank you very much, sir.
But before you start driving, can you run the license right now, please?
Yes, Judge.
Just to make sure.
I see as of now.
Before you start, like I said, because this is now going to reflect another conviction and you're going to be doing a subsequent education class, you need to be on the lookout. You need to make sure that DPS has your correct, address on file because they're going to send you notice. They should send you notice if they do about the suspension.
I see it's not eligible right now.
Your Honor, I have the order that we want here. DPS, the website is notoriously late for updating theirs, but
Does it show?
The only most recent enforcement action that says canceled interlock required as of.
Okay, since she probably didn't send the $10 fee is probably what I'm thinking,
Yes, sir.
So DPS should have sent you notice that you have to pay a $10 fee to get a special license that you carry on you because of the interlock requirement.
we'll get
So
it done, Judge.
Okay,
don't drive right now. If you drove here, you can't drive home. It's suspended.
okay,
If you drive, you're in violation of this probation as of today. So you need to call DPS to figure out what you need to do to get your license reinstated. So don't drive. So what are the total costs now? So the total cost of this is 5,010. I will give you as much time as you need to pay, like I said. But if you start drinking, you pick up a new case, I'm just going to go bonkers. I want you to know now. Don't. Hopefully this has been enough to get your attention that we mean business. Every day someone dies from a DWI in our county. It's not fair. All we're asking, just don't kill anyone. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you with agreement. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, there's no turning back. You can never undo this. Now, like I said, you do something to violate this, a warrant will issue. You will go into custody. You're facing up to a year in jail. If you ever have any issues, come back. We can talk about it. We can work through it. But the worst possible thing you can also do is just take off and abscond. That's a guaranteed warrant. Okay? All right. Good luck, man. Thanks for your.
I'm approaching off docket this morning, Your Honor, for the main matter. Which regarding the bond condition. From my understanding, two of his conditions were that he could not drive, and the second one was that he has random drug tests and a scram. So I wanted to see if we could get the provision regarding non-driving, see if we could get that removed. He does work. He works Monday through Saturday. He has a wife and
There's a reason why we do it though, right? Either they don't have a license, something is there. There's a reason why we have it on, right? And I don't know. Alex, tell me about the case, will you?
So in this case, the officer is dispatched to a motor vehicle stopped on the road with the male and driver seat passed out. The officer observed the vehicle stopped on the road facing the wrong side and forcing multiple vehicles to drive around. And the officer observed the motor vehicle engine on, and the defendant sitting in the driver's seat appearing to be sleeping and passed out. And the officer observed an open container of Bacardi rum, 750 milliliters bottle.
Yeah, he's got to open up, you know? So I need some, show me proactive that you appreciate, you know, it's been 3 days though, that's not enough time. You know, some kind of proactivity that he appreciates, you know?
Yes, sir. He did let me know that he plans to start AA meetings with Veteran Affairs. I'm working on getting the documentation for that, but he did let me know that he plans to start that as well. So just come
Then
back.
just be creative and then I'm all ears.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, could we address the second thing or should I just come back all at once? The random drug test and scram, does he actually need both?
Yeah, but so we know he's not using illegal substances.
Yes, sir.
So the device only checks for alcohol,
Okay.
not for anything else. So that's why we have the randoms.
I wanted to ask you, it's a DWI second. This is the one where he was in bond forfeiture status for a while. And so you wanted him to either plea or trial today.
Okay.
He's accepting the 30-day offer. Would you be willing to waive DPS fines, Judge? He was previously found indigent, but he makes maybe $1,000 a month.
Are you mom? Come on. You speak. As mom and dad?
Yes, Judge.
Wonderful. What's the last name again?
Here,
That's fine. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Mr. Vera here is charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 3 days that you've done. Hey, give me 1 second. You need to understand that this is going to go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. What happens the next time?
It gets worse. I'll be in jail for a long time.
No, not jail.
What prison?
And it doesn't matter if you're just a little bit drunk, if you're stumbling, falling down halfway, passed out, unconscious. No, all they care is they smell the odor of either marijuana, the faintest smell of alcohol. They will charge you now with a 3rd-degree felony, minimum 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because you will get hosed. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will stay on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. Be careful, because now he's got two. He takes your car, gets into an accident, could be very well on you guys now. So got to be careful. Don't drive without insurance, because you get into an accident. Lord help us. I am going to suspend your ability to drive for 2 years. Do not drive until you get a license. I am also, one more thing, your lawyer is asking me to waive your DPS surcharges. That's a $6,000 fee that I'm waiving for you now.
Thank you, sir.
The only thing I'm going to ask you is don't kill someone. I don't give a rat's behind if you want to go get lit. Don't kill someone. For $50, you can take an Uber. It will take you wherever you want to go in this life. Don't kill someone. All right, good luck.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Judge.
guys. Thank you for coming.
Your Honor, this is his aunt. The grandparents are outside, but she has a young toddler, so the grandparents are watching the toddler, but she knows the situation. She's, you know.
Hi, how you doing?
Thank you for coming.
Come on in. So I've explained to the judge his current situation with him living with the grandparents in Victoria and how you guys are supporting him. We have this time served deal that the judge is considering so that, you know, we can wrap up this case so that he can move back home, work for the family, go to school, everything that we talked about.
Yes.
He just always wants to make sure that as a young person, he has support. He knows exactly what's facing him before we do anything that he can never get back. So this plea that he wants to do, it's got its pros and cons that we talked about. So that's why the judge asked me to bring you here so that if you have anything to add or anything, so that he can consider it, so that he can make up his mind whether or not he's going to let Diego take the time served deal.
Okay.
Please, just tell me about, would he be approved for the PTI program?
He's already been approved for that, Judge. It's a 1-3. I've talked to him at length about that. It's just something that he and his family does not feel that they can accomplish with all the.
Because he can't stay clean.
I mean, Judge, I mean,
That's it.
they have some financial difficulties. You know, so anyways,
Money is of no difference. I could care less about the money. When you take,
well, on a PTI program, Judge, I know you don't on defers and stuff like that, but on PTI, there's not a lot of wiggle room besides the $300 DA fee. I mean, that's about it. In terms of the machine, in terms of monthly, they're pretty rigid by that. So I know you feel differently and your deferred is, but PTI is just,
that's complete.
I mean, PTI is just a hard rock, Judge, especially for economical reasons. Anyway.
Back when I was staff divisions too, like I could tell. Good on when it comes to here that is now these.
I've barked up that tree many times, Judge.
Here's the thing. You're going to pay for this one way or the other. It's whether you either get this case dismissed and go through this program, or whether you take a conviction and then end up with all these surcharges from DPS, end up with a license suspension, have to pay DPS for all these other fines and fees, not to mention your insurance skyrocketing because of this DWI. Insurance rates now are absolutely bonkers because of how insurance companies are molesting us now as it is. It doesn't get better when you plead to a DWI and it goes on your record. It'll get 3 times, 4 times as worse. You're going to pay for it one way or the other. When you take a half-ass approach to something in life, you will get a half-ass result. There is a program now that you are approved to be in to get this case dismissed. All you have to do are 3 little things: a little community service, a little class, and most importantly, stay clean. That's all you got to do. And if you can do it for even 6 months, they will dismiss this case. By pleading guilty to this case, it will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. and you will pay for it. I promise you. It may not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, but maybe 10 years, 15 years. You know what? Why didn't I take that class to get this thing dismissed? Ugh. You're going to pay for it one way or the other. You are old enough now to make your own choices. I mean, you're what? How old is he? 18?
17.
17
in June.
Judge, I also want to correct myself. I've had him mixed up with another young client. He does need to provide mitigation information. So he's not 100% ready and approved.
Is this, what does he have now? Is it an accident?
Your Honor, it's a.
It's a THC. Yeah.
Qualification.
Got it.
So I
But I mean, the odds of getting in are,
I don't want to speak for anyone, but I would assume.
I don't want you to make a decision now. But the decision you make will have lifelong consequences. And the problem is, there's only one problem, is staying clean. If I test you now, what are you going to test for? I don't want you to answer. But I think you and I both know. And it's been like this since day one. It has never stopped.
Judge, I think he's got a couple of negative tests, if I remember correct, like the last time you were here, right? I mean, he's got some negative tests and we can verify that. I mean, the last time he was here, you went down, it was negative, right?
December 12th, we had a negative, and then a no-show on January 27th.
And that's when he moved, he actually moved back to Victoria and he's back here. I mean, if you want him to think about it more time, that's great. But the problem is, Judge, he is 3 hours. The family had a hard time getting him here just this morning. So if possible, and he decides again to go down the time served, we'd really like to get it done today because that way it's just easier for them not having to come back. And that's part of the issue, Judge.
You are the master of your own domain. I'm telling you, it's the dumbest decision that you'll make now regarding your life. Because once you end up with that conviction, it will be very difficult to get a job. You will have to explain it on every single application that you apply for anything. Job, apartment, school, to get a license, to get insurance, every single application that you will apply for whatever it is in this life, you will have to sit and explain for this, and it's going to close a lot of doors. I'm telling you now that it is not a wise decision to do. I'm telling you not to do this, but if you want to, far be it from me to stand in your way. But I'm telling you, it's not a good decision.
Judge,
You guys go talk and see what you want to do.
The family.
I will give you more time if you need more time.
Absolutely.
Really. I think that you should get into this program to try to get this case dismissed. That's it. But you guys tell me what you want to do. John, if you want to do the time served, you've got my blessing, but
It's never me, Judge. I just want to make sure the family and he understands every single word that you just echoed that out.
and so much that if you go, we can allow you to report via Zoom so you don't have to come back. But you can't use. You can't smoke weed. You can't use alcohol.
But I'll also leave the offer open too, to go without regret to you. I'll leave that offer open.
I got it, Judge. But I mean, it's
You make the decision.
patient. It's hard, Judge. Right.
Morning again, Judge. I'm approaching on a Sherman Pierce. I wanted to see if the court was willing to lower bond. So he picked up a felony retaliation. Felony court said his bond at 3,000, but his bond is right now 5,000 on criminal mischief over a broken window.
Great state of Texas. What's your position?
Yeah.
So while
So he picks up a mischief and a retaliation. Is a retaliation he threatens to, like, You threatened someone? Is
No,
that-
he has a neighbor.
That's a retaliation?
He has a neighbor and it's based on the neighbor saying he knew it must have been him. Didn't see him do it. Just knows when the window's broken because him and his neighbor have that blood business.
Well, so do you think there's PC?
I think the retaliation, they certainly have him on PC, but with the,
Well, let's do. Hey, Etchigoin, do you mind bringing out Mr. Pierce, please? Thanks. Let me bring him out. We'll do probable cause. Yeah, let me just put him in handcuffs. He's riding his bike while black. You are Manuel Barrera. Yes, sir. So you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Correct.
On March 6, 2025, at 12:24 a.m., the officer observed a vehicle driving without headlights on and using emergency lights. A traffic stop was initiated and the officers made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle. The defendant informed the officer that he had a firearm in the driver's side door compartment. The officer opened the door and observed in plain view an unholstered handgun.
It wasn't in plain view until he took an affirmative movement to do it. I mean, if he asks him to get out and he sees it, right, that's one thing, but he just opens the door just on his own. Just, I have a problem with that.
Or read the OR and see if there was some consent to open the door.
I mean, doesn't even ask him to step out.
And Your Honor, the full OR reads that once the defendant informed the officer that the firearm was in the door, the officer opened the door, secured the weapon, and observed it was unholstered. So he took it secure.
No. Okay, I'm gonna find no probable cause.
Understand?
Be careful. You know, we have enough. How old are you, sir?
I'm 24.
Okay, just be careful in life. God forbid something happens where, you know, you use it and you dig yourself a hole, you know? Just be very careful, right? All right, just hang tight for me, will you, please? Thanks. Thanks. So you're a lawyer. I'm bringing you out now. You are charged with criminal mischief, right?
Yes, sir.
There's a question about whether there's probable cause to go forward with the case. We're going to do that right now.
Yes, sir.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay?
On March 9th, 2025, officers were dispatched to 6615 Conley Street in Houston, Texas, in Harris County, regarding a criminal mischief investigation. The complainant and the complainant's wife had known the defendant for around 20 years. The complainant heard a loud crash outside and believed that it was the defendant because the defendant broke into the complainant's car the day before. The complainant went outside and saw the defendant riding his bike on the street and observed his front window to be broken and a large rock the size of a baseball found inside. The defendant told the complainant that he was going to get gasoline and set the house on fire. And the defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license. The officer searched the area for the defendant and observed the defendant near his listed address and placed him in handcuffs. The defendant told the officer that
You just put him in handcuffs. Yeah, let me just put him in handcuffs. He's riding his bike while black. Any kind of evidence to show that he did it?
Your Honor, the defendant identified him so they were detaining him as they were further in the investigation.
He didn't see him do it. No?
They did not observe him doing it.
No. All right. I'm going to find no probable cause in your case, sir. Okay?
thanks, Judge.
Mr. Pierce.
This gets dismissed. He's still got the felony.
Mr. Pierce.
So,
No, just be careful, man. Life's too short to spend it in a 6-month.
what I take care of, right? My brother just got shot. My grandmother passed. Man, I've been doing everything right. I changed my life.
Probable cause. You still got the felony case that's holding you upstairs, so I can't get you out today. You don't have a case going us with forward with us, but
They say my bond was 500, right? I can post bond.
You just got your case dismissed. You have no bond on this one at all. So now you
Get
just
out.
have the felony. You just have the felony. This one's no PC. Okay.
no, but Mr. Morrison, you're going to get out today
Yes, sir.
because you've made bond on your felony case, and I found no PC on this case today.
Thank you.
But stay in touch with your lawyer and be good. Be good. It's It's not hard. Be nice. Okay, Mr. Pierce. Good luck to you. You too.
Judge, I'm covering, Lieutenant Florida.
Oh, okay.
Then we got, my Waylar judge, since he was a bond forfeiture, I've got his family and they're all gonna sit down and rethink about this, but they need some time. So it looks like, they're gonna have some hard questions to answer. So they don't mind driving back, so we should get hopefully a resolution on one way or the other, because if he wants to do the PTI route, that's gotta get moving
I
ASAP.
have the indigency packet now if you want it, so that they can, if they're interested, start filling it out. And then I can.
Well, I mean, I think the way they do it now is for mitigation. I've got to put a mitigation together because he's 17, and then an application.
Then I'd like to talk to Judge Geist to see how we can, it's not fair, because, a 17-year-old doesn't have a pot to piss in. How are they going to pay for this thing? You know what I mean? So why is it fair that parents have to foot the bill for this whole thing, So we need to figure out some kind of.
No, Judge, that, usually they will waive the $300 DA fee, but machines, costs, anything, all of that, they don't even budge.
Okay.
So, I mean, whatever you can do to help the defense side on that would be wonderful, Judge. I'm pretty sure if you get a petition going, we'd all sign it.
Let me email Judge Geist. There's always a way. And I don't understand, like, the supervisory fee, why can't they be waived? It's a device that's an outside vendor.
Yeah, yeah.
And there are other vendors that will charge you a lot less,
Just so that we can reset him, so they can have time to think about it, can we just get a reset date?
That
Okay.
still needs bond conditions.
Yeah. I mean, we're all here. I mean, we could take care of that. I mean, whatever you want to do. If you want to upgrade his bond conditions from last time, because, he has.
Don't want him to smoke.
Well, Judge, the last time he was here, before he had to go back to Victoria, the proof is in the pudding. He had to make.
Is she recording? Are you recording?
Oh, that's mine. She's with me. That's my office manager.
Oh, okay.
So, you're not, please don't use your phones, Maxine, but anyway.
Don't record. All right, come up.
He does have a clear UA last time, Judge.
I'm going to test him now. I'm going to test you now. The only thing I'm asking you to do is don't smoke marijuana. That's it. Do you understand?
Sir.
You don't have a license or insurance, because you need both, then don't drive as well. Don't use alcohol. That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to split the atom or do anything funky. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm sending you for a test now. So if all's clear, I'm doing backflips. I'll be very happy. You test positive, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Okay. Well, anyways, Judge, can we just get a reset till at least tomorrow or something?
I'm sending you for a test now. We'll give you a normal reset.
Okay.
If it's dirty, I don't know what we're
And
going to
we'll bring them back or whatever. I got you, Judge. All right.
do. All right.
Okay. So, hold on.